Hello, how are you? Here we have a video about conditional sentences. As you can see in the title, we have three kinds of conditional sentences. The first, the second, and the third. But we have to know what is a conditional sentence. And I don't know if you have studied them in Spanish. But well, conditional sentences are statement sentences which express hypothetical situations and their consequences. Okay, conditional sentence always has a consequence. Okay, and we have these three kinds. The conditional sentences are always introduced by if and unless. If means sí, unless a menos que. Okay. First conditional is a sentence in which there will be a consequence if an action happens. For example, if you don't tidy your room, you won't go out with your friends. It means if you don't do this first action, the second one won't happen. Okay? It means that 100% sure it will happen. And the structure is this one. If plus subject plus present simple plus comma plus subject plus will plus verb. Okay, it can be a bit confusing, but it's quite easy. Just think. We have here two sentences. This is sentence number 1. And this is sentence number 2. Okay? And the comma. Comma is very important. If you don't study, you will fail. If you don't study. And here we have the first sentence. See? And the comma here. Now, the second sentence. You will and the verb. And here we have the second. Okay? It's a logical thing. If you don't study, for example, if you don't study the vocabulary, you will fail the vocabulary exam. It has a consequence. Okay. Now, second condition. Well, a minute. I forgot. You can also write the conditionals in the other side. For example, you can put the second sentence at the beginning. You will fail if you don't study. And it is correct. The only thing is that here we don't use a comma. See, we have here a comma. But not here. In this kind of sentences, comma is not used. Okay? Comma is not used in this case. Be careful with that, because the comma is a mistake. Well, second conditional. The second conditional is a hypothetical action that may happen. It means that it's 50% sure it will happen, but it may not, okay? And the structure is almost the same. If plus subject plus past simple plus comma plus subject plus would plus verb. And here we have, again, two sentences. First one and the second one. And the comma, of course. If you studied, you wouldn't fail. If you, past simple, studied, you wouldn't fail. What is the meaning of this sentence? The first one was, if you don't study, you will fail. It meant, if you don't study, okay? If you don't have the routine of studying, you will fail. And it is sure, 100%. But now it says, if you studied, you wouldn't fail. In Spanish, it means, si tú estudiases, no suspenderías. I don't know if you see the difference. It's not the same saying, si no estudias, suspenderás, first conditional. Si tú estudiases, no suspenderías, second conditional. 50%. Okay? It means that here in the second conditional, if you at the end decide to start studying, you may pass the exams. So it's a small possibility that it happens. Okay? And of course, you can do it also starting with the second statement. You wouldn't fail if you studied. And again, be careful with the comma, because the comma in this case is not written. Okay? Well, now we have the third one. And the third one is really, really difficult. But don't worry, because with practice you can do it perfectly, I'm sure. Well, third conditional is used for impossible conditions. In general, third conditional is used when something has already happened in the past and there's no solution. Okay, there's no solution, so the percentage is 0. It will never happen. Okay, and the structure is crazy. Okay, don't worry. Let's start with this. First and second, okay? Again, we use the comma. The comma is very important because the comma separates the two sentences. Maybe with an example we can understand it better. If you had studied, you wouldn't have failed. It means, si tú hubieses estudiado, no habrías suspendido. So, if you had studied, the comma, you wouldn't have failed. Okay? Be careful with that. We can do it on the other side. You wouldn't have failed if you had studied. Do you see the difference between the first, the second, and the third? Si no estudias, suspenderás. Si estudiases, no suspendería. Si hubieses estudiado, no habrías suspendido. Es decir, and now I turn to Spanish. Vamos a cambiar de idioma a ver si así me entienden un poquito mejor, ¿vale? Porque los condicionales, sobre todo el tercero, comprendo que les puede chocar más. Vamos a ver. Primer condicional, seguro que sucede, ¿vale? If you don't study, you will fail. Si no estudias, suspenderás. Eso es un hecho. Si no estudias, suspende. Fin. Segundo, if you... a ver, ¿cómo era? If you studied, you wouldn't fail, ¿no? Si tú estudiases, no suspenderías. Es decir, si tú tuvieses el hábito de estudio, si tú estudiases 3-4 días a la semana, no suspenderías todo. Por ejemplo, ¿vale? Ese sería segundo condicional. Hay una pequeña posibilidad de que si tú ahora decides hincar codos y estudiar 3-4 días más a la semana, puedes aprobar, por eso es el 50%, ¿vale? Ya el tercer condicional es cuando estás en el tercer trimestre, ves que no has hecho nada, que todo se va al carajo y dices, pues ya es tarde, ¿no? Ya no se va a cumplir. Ya me voy a quedar aquí en el 0%, como los yogures desnatados. Entonces ahí ya, pues dices, pues si tú hubieses estudiado, no habrías suspendido. Es decir, esta es la frase maravillosa que les dicen sus padres y sus madres cuando reciben el boletín de notas. Ahora te quedas sin verano porque si hubieses estudiado, no hubieras suspendido tantas. ¿Vale? Well, now into English again. Don't worry, okay? You can do it. Now, with some activities and some exercise, I think you will pass these exams. And of course, you have to study because what? If you don't study, you will fail. So now it's your turn. Bye.